All right, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, wherever you're watching me from. I want to specially and sincerely welcome you to the Media Mastery Experience 1.0, organized by Oxano Media Academy under the Oxano. All right, I'm so excited to be doing this, and I want to know for sure that you're going to live with a major shift, you're going to live with a major transformation, and I just want you to stay connected. I want to stay connected. All right. So I want to do something currently for me. I want to know wherever you are watching me from. Just drop your name and your location. Just drop your name from location. Okay, you are from Australia. Your name, Australia. Then if you are from America, just drop your name and your location. All right. Let's do that very quickly. All right, before we do that, I want us to do something very quickly, because what we are about to hear today is not something that will leave us the same way. And I am speaking specifically and generally to the media gurus, to the media guys, to anyone that has passion for media or anyone that is into media. So this is specifically for them. So I want you to do something now. I want you to pick up your phone, click on the share button, send the links to your friends, upload it on your status, let them know that this is currently going on, or let them know about this, that this video is currently up, and let them be blessed also. Let them also gain from the experience that you are also about to get. All right, so do that very quickly. I'm going to give us just 3 seconds for us to do that, and let's invite others to join. All right. I'm already seeing the comment of people. All right. So as you are doing that, you can also share your current location wherever you are watching me from, this evening, this morning, this afternoon. All right. So let me share the burden behind this media mastery experience. All right. For my experience over time, over the past 9 years in the media space, there are certain things that I've seen consistently, and I believe that if not addressed, the kind of narrative we want to push, the kind of impact we want to make, we will not make it, and the reality we desire will not come. And I'm speaking generally to everyone now, because the media space is a very big space, and it is very important that the same way we pay attention to how we get people into political offices, we must pay attention to the trainings, the mind, the cultures that is behind every media person or everyone who is into media. And so this burden just came out of passion and to share from my experience over the years, and how I've been able to shift from one point to the other. All right, so that is the burden, and I want to tell you that this is not just something that was done out of just doing anything. No, it was done intentionally to achieve a goal. And I can tell you that this platform that we are building is not just going to be a platform whereby we just come train us. No, a lot of things will happen. We are going to get to a point, and I can say that emphatically, just note it. We're going to get to a point in this community that will be part of major policy makers for the media space. That anything that happens in the media space will have hand in it, will be part of it. Do you understand? And also opportunities will come. I mean, I could remember on the page, I mean, opportunities have started coming already, and I've been reaching out to people. People have reached out to me back, and we've started already. So that is part of the benefits of being in that community. So in case you know someone who is also a media person, do it to send them that link. Let them join the group, and let's get started. Let's get started. All right. So majorly, 3 things will be happening to you after this session. 3 things. The first one is that you are going to understand the reason why you need to sharpen your skill. You will have more desire to sharpen your skill. You will see the reason why it is very important and very key in you sharpening your skills. The second one is that we are going to live with a bigger vision. You're going to live with a bigger vision. You're going to live with a bigger vision. And the third and the last one is that you're going to be able to, lead with confidence. One of the burdens that I have and one of the passions that I have is into leadership. I have a burden for leadership, and in the same light, I have the burden for media leadership, specifically leading media people, leading media personnel in this space. I have a burden for that, and I've done that over the years, and it has been really productive, of which I'll be sharing some things over the years that I've been able to gather, some experience I've been able to gather, and also some impact I've been able to make as a media leader, and some things we need to understand to have a productive and an effective leadership or an effective team as a media department. All right, so before I go into the first one, one of the things I strongly believe as a media person is that as a media personnel, you show us the state of your mind. You show us the state of your mind. What do I mean by that? When you are holding your camera, when you are behind your laptop, when you do a graphics design, when you do certain things in the media space that you know how to do, what you are telling us, what you are showing us is the state of your mind. It's the state of your mind. You are showing us the level of your exposure. You are showing us the level of your confidence. You are showing us the level of your expertise. You are showing us the level of your excellence. And that is what many people don't understand. Many people feel like, oh, what I'm just doing is I'm just doing this because I know how to do it. No, you are showing us the state of your mind. That is why if you see anyone whose mind is well sharpened, anyone whose mind is enlarged, who is exposed, who understand excellence, there are certain things that they will always put in place, and there are certain results that they will always give. There are certain results that they will always give. And we must understand that the place of media expertise, the place of training is very important. Yes, it's very important. But I can tell you that you have to make sure that your mind is consistently enlarged. Your mind is consistently exposed. As a media person, you must give yourself consistently to things that can expose and expand your mind. And expand your mind. Being a leader over time, I've experienced and I've seen how that people can limit themselves. People can just limit themselves due to the fact that their mind is small, their mind is limited. And over time, I've checked through the group, and I've seen people who are on that group, and there's just something that I just noticed, and which is the level of exposure, which is very important. As a media person, you must pay attention to the things you expose your mind to. The things you expose your mind to. The question is, what are the things that brightens you up? What are the things that gingers you? What are the things that motivate you that you do as a media person? Who are the people that you look out to? people that you watch, people that you follow keenly, and check that, okay, this person, this is what they are doing. And see, another thing that you have to understand as a media person is, you are not just starting in this journey, you're not starting in this path. We have people who have done so well in this path that you can connect to, and achieve whatever you want to achieve as a person. These people you can use their leverage to achieve a lot of things. And many of the times I've discovered that as a media person, we see, I know this has happened over time. In fact, let me share an experience. I went for a gig recently, and when I got there, I discovered that, okay, there are still some other guys that are also doing some other parts. And when I got there, I mean, someone like me, I know what I know, and you can't remove that from me. You can't take that away from me. I know what I know. And when I got there, I just, started my thing and everything. And it got to some point whereby we needed to sort out some things. And I saw some mistakes, and I had to call one of them and say, oh, this is what is happening, and this is what you should do. Oh my God, come and see how this guy reacted. This guy reacted like he knows all. And deep down inside of me, I was just smiling. I was smiling because through my experience over time, I've experienced this thing, and I've even gotten answer to it. And I'm smiling that you are in that problem, and I'm giving you the solution, and yet you are not even receiving it. So many of the times, we media guys, see, in fact, is one of the major things that we must pay attention to. Yes, we know that you are good, your skill, yes, you know your skills, but sometimes you can just listen. Sometimes you can share idea. Sometimes, okay, I think the last gig I went for recently, just maybe like few hours ago, that I went for, and I just discovered that, oh, I've been noticing something that has been happening to the camera I'll be using, and I noticed, oh, what can I do? What has made a course? And I said, okay, fine, no problem. Thank God I have another media person. Another media guy who were working together, and this person just came and said, oh, can we just change this? And I said, okay, fine, no problem. We changed it, and that was it. Problem solved. Problem solved. Gave me a lot of edge. I was able to make the quality videos I wanted to make. I was able to do everything I wanted to do. Do you understand? Just by listening. So, and I believe that that's majority of the things. That's most of the things that many of us have to do. We have to learn how to listen to other guys also. You just have to calm down. Yes, you know it all, but calm down. Just calm down. And let me say this to the media leaders. You must be intentional about your people's growth. Now, you must be deliberate and not just be so concerned about them getting the result done, but rather be able to relate with them with their current situation and understand the kind of the personality they have. Do you understand? As a media leader, you have to be able to communicate with your people. You have to understand that their growth is very important, because one thing we don't understand as a media person is the exposure that we give to our members, to our followers, goes a long way with our results. Because whatever we give, we receive. This is creativity. This is the word of creativity. So let's pay attention to our members also. Another thing we have to understand as a media person, for everyone who is in the media space should pay attention to, is the fact that you must learn to deliver consistently. Alright, so there is a video of my spiritual father that I'm going to be playing now, and I strongly believe that excerpt is very powerful. When I listened to that excerpt, it really changed a lot of things, and it's also reignited something inside of me that I intentionally said it over time, that this is who I am. So I'm going to play the video for you now. So let's play the video.
If you are going to be someone who will be relevant in life, you must consistently deliver. You must master the art of delivery. You can't have downtime. You may not know the day your door will open. Be someone that when we come around you consistently, we know that one will deliver. Go check. The reason why many people's businesses are struggling, there's no consistency. Someone said, I'm into food business. Okay? The last time we tasted your food, we swallowed Maggi. Say, that day, actually, it was because something, you see, those people always say because something went wrong, and this year, actually, they are not ready for progress. Even in the midst of difficulties, find a way to deliver. Start fellowshipping with wisdom that points to where you are going. Why? God wants to trust you with things and corners and places that will make you a strategic person to bring his will to the earth.
So very quickly, I'm going to be speaking on the mistakes that we make as a media professional. The mistake that we make as a media professional. I've made those mistakes also, and God has helped me to look into some of it, some of which I'm still also looking into currently. So you must understand that when it comes to media and when it comes to growth, it's continuous, it's progressive. Do you understand? And I'm going to be sharing some of the mistakes I made and also some mistakes that I've noticed that people make as a media professional. All right. So I wrote here, I said, people focus on talent and not training. Many media professionals, they focus on the talent that they have and they don't focus on the training. What do I mean by this? What I mean is that because you have the talent, you have the capacity to do certain things, you have the zeal inside of you to get some things done, you don't pay attention to the fact that, you have to make sure that you train yourself even more in this aspect. And trust me, you cannot get something solid out of a raw substance. You cannot get the full measure. You cannot get the full experience. You cannot get the full embedded capacity inside of a substance that is raw. The raw substance has to be refined, and the process of refining that raw material or that raw substance is training. So as a media person, your zeal is not enough for you. And I'm going to put it out to everyone that is listening to me right now. I know you have a zeal for media. I know you love media. But the question is, are you training yourself in that aspect that you have a zeal for? And do you know the funniest thing? The funniest thing is, and I'm going to say it vertically. One of the things that I've noticed over time, and if we don't pay attention to it, is going to really affect us in a very strong and a very big way. A few years ago, I just came to that conclusion and I said, this is it. There is something I'm going to say vertically. I'm going to say this vertically without holding back. And I just came to that conclusion that if companies, if churches don't take training their media team or their media personnel the same way they are training their CEOs, the same way they are training their managers, the same way they are training their top executive, I tell you, that company or that organization or that church is going to end in no time. It's going to end in no time. Why? Why did I say that? The reason is because one of the things we have to understand is that you have to train the people that they are your face. The media personnel, they are your face to the public. So tell me why you should not train them in a very effective way. Tell me why you should not train them like managers. Tell me why you should not train them as like a top executive. Because these people will push out content that will tell people, that will tell the public what you are doing, what you represent. So many of the times, many of the scenarios is that we pay less attention to the training, we pay less attention to the needs of media, and you expect a tangible result. No, it does not work. It does not work. It does not work. It's giggle, garbage in, garbage out. Whatever you give, you take it. So we must understand, and this is me even saying this emphatically to every CEO, to every manager, to every founder. Pay attention to training your media personnel the same way you are training your CEO. Yeah, guys, and let them understand that, see, this assignment that you are doing, it is not just a video editing assignment, it's not just a graphics assignment. You are also sending a message, you are also preaching a message to the entire public. So we must understand that. If we don't pay attention to that, now I can tell you that the problem of many organizations is the attention they've given to their media departments, is the attention they've given to their media professionals, is the attention they've given to them. And we need to do better. We need to do better. We really have to do better. We really have to do better. So as a media personnel, we should pay attention to training and not the talent. Training and not the talent. Now let me say this. One of the things you have to understand about talent and training is that talent can open the door for you, but the training will keep you in that room. Talent will open the door for you, but the training will keep you in that room. So if your talent is opening that door for you, one of the ways you can keep yourself in that room is to make sure you are training yourself, you are getting yourself updated. Many of us understand this concept. We have our phones. Many of the times when we are connected to data, it automatically updates itself. Because of what? The phone itself has been programmed in a way whereby it does not want to go outdated within the features that are present with the phone. So take this from me, that if you want to remain relevant in that space, if you want to remain relevant in that organization, if you want to remain relevant in that environment, one of the things you have to pay attention to is training. You have to train your mind, train your eyes, train your perceptions. Train your perceptions. Train your perceptions. And I want to say this emphatically. You have to learn to be consistent. 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 You have to be consistent. One of the things we must understand as a media person is, see, in fact, personally myself, I've gotten to that point whereby I made up my mind that, it is majorly not even about the skill. But if I can get someone who can always deliver to me consistently, I will prefer the person. Because I understand when it comes to delivery. We media guys, we are, we are something else. We are definitely something else. Many people will make false claim and tell, this will be ready by this, I can do it by this, and yet we will not do it. We will not stick to our word. We don't keep to our word. Many media professionals, they don't. And we have to, from our own head, we have to do better. We have to do better. We have to learn to do better. So, learn to deliver consistently. See, it's going to get to a point, and in fact, it is at that point whereby people are not even paying people for their skill. They are paying people who can deliver consistently and on time. And on time. And on time. Talent opens the door, but training keeps you in that room. Give room for mentorship. Give room for mentorship. Give room for feedback. Let people give you feedback. This. I can remember very well, I think a few weeks ago, I did a streaming work for, a very solid organization. And when I sent just a mix of me, I still have the screenshot with me. I have it. To get a feedback from the media guy of the company, and I sent to him, he said, wow, solid, very clean. Yes, that is the feedback. To me, it shows the level of improvement. It shows the level of excellence, and it shows the level of how much I need to do more. It shows I have to do more. I have to do more. I have to be consistent with it. And in me being consistent with it, I have to study how I've been able to achieve that same result over time. So let's pay attention to training and not just stay with the talents. Train your talents. Equip yourself. Then another thing that I'm going to say, the mistakes that we make as a media professional is that we chase tools instead of mastery. And this is part of the reason why we are here today. We chase tools instead of mastery. You know, I can remember one of my mentor, David Onofua. He said something in one of the meetings that we had together, and he said, and that was a major liberation for me. He said, don't be caught in the web of thinking that your issue is a gadget. Let me repeat that again. He said, don't box yourself in a situation whereby you will think your major hindrance for not being creative, your major hindrance for not being productive is the gadget. Yes, there is a place of gadgets, but I can tell you vertically that what you need most of the times is not gadget. If your mind is so exposed, if you are creative enough, there are certain things that you will think of and you will find a way around it, and yet you will achieve it excellently well. Even with the gadget that you have currently. You see, this thing I just said, you can fight it. It's permitted, you can fight it, but I can tell you from experience, I can tell you that the little resources that you have, that camera that you have, that phone that you have for editing, you may feel like it's your major issue. No, it's not a major issue. Yes, there's a place for it, but you work on your mind and those resources will catch up with your mind. If you can work on your mind, if you can work on your creativity, I can tell you that those resources and those gadgets, they will run after you. They will work to you. They will run after you. You know, I said the other time that what many of us as media professionals, what we are doing is that we are telling people the state of our mind. If you don't understand some certain concepts in media, I mean, there's no way you are going to, tell the story right and even do something excellent. I mean, I got a call from someone outside Nigeria, and we were in a conversation, and she was telling me that, she just employed someone, and the person is doing this, doing that. That she needs my advice, she needs my opinion on certain things, and the likes. And I had to just, tell the person. I said, and I said to myself, this person, the issue is just the mind. How can you work within a month and your employer is already complaining about you? I mean, just a month, he's already complaining. And I mean, I've worked with people within a space of maybe like 1 week. I mean, yesterday, one of my clients were in a conversation, and the person was like, thank you so much for the impact that you've made. We've really enjoyed your professionalism. And to me, I mean, I was expressing that, of course. And do you know the funniest thing? Let me not tell you the funniest thing that will happen in that kind of situation. When you get to that point whereby your mind is already exposed and people are already seeing the value. See, this statement of, money will always run after value is very true. Right there and there, they give another offer. Can you just help us be managing this again in addition to this? And yet there's still another one that just came. That money will always follow value. That's just it. That is just it. Now, I think on the page I dropped on Saturday, or maybe therefore I dropped on the page that I needed someone who is a video editor who can edit cover. I mean, I got a response from just, I think, maybe just one, and we have like 100 people on the page. it just shows to me the level of the mind of people. It just shows to me that, okay, yes, I think I got the response from one person, but one of the things we have to learn is that we have to be creative. Many of you are not even so sure of the skills that you have. You are not even proud of it. Like, you are not even boastful about it. You are not boastful about it. And you really have to. You really have to. And maybe because the reason why you are not even boastful about it is because you don't even know anything. You don't know nothing. And I strongly advise that you go for training. Just a 3-month training can shift, can do a lot of things in your life, and can shift you. Then another mistake that we make as a media professional that I wrote here is that we think that media is just about content. If only we understand the power of media, we will know that we have the entire world with us. We have the entire world on our palm. How that if we understand the power of media, that media is a system, media is influence, that we can tell a story, we can change a narrative just by a story that we can tell effectively as a media professional. Now I'm going to ask you one question. In your various churches, in your various organizations, in your various places, in your maybe your personal work, what kind of story are you telling as a media person? As a media professional, what kind of story are you telling? That every time that you go to work, every time you go for your gig, what story are you telling? What kind of story are you telling? Media is about system, strategy, and audience impact. It's not just about posting design. It's not about doing logo. It's not about doing video or sound. That cannot measure an impact. Yes, that cannot measure an impact, and that is just you just getting busy and not getting effective. So we must understand that as a media person, media is not just about content. Media is a strategy, is a structure, is a system that can liberate, a system that can shift. That if you understand the power and the strength, oh my God, we are going to shift a lot of things, and we are going to get there. And that is why I said we are going to get to a point whereby we'll get into policy making. Yes, we'll get into media policy making. That we'll be in charge of some policies of media. Yes, we're going to get there. We're going to get there. Alright, so another thing that I'm going to talk about, I said it earlier, is about the fact that many media guys are very negligent. My God. Many media guys are very negligent. Many media guys, they are very, they lack teamwork. They lack openness to learning. Now let me talk about the negligence part. I mean, it baffles me over time. How, as a media person, yes, I was once like that. I mean, I've made that mistake, but never again. I made up my mind that it was never going to happen again. I mean, I belong to a media organization before I had to change location and the likes. And while I was there, one of the reasons that even made me left that organization was the fact that though you can get trained, but the excellence touch was not there. And I needed more. You can imagine the level of negligence that sometimes, for example now, maybe we went for an event and we are covering the event, and I'm surprised that an event is starting by maybe let's say 5, and as someone that is paid for the assignment, you are still not live as at 5:10. Please come and tell me why. Why did I pay you? And then I could see the level of comfort, no stress. To me, I felt something was wrong until I changed my location, got into another media another media organization, and that really shifted me. I mean, the discipline was much. The discipline was much to the point that if you are late for certain things, it's more like a sin. Let me even come out plain. I joined the Light Nation. I mean, spell of Light then, but Light Nation. When I joined Light Nation Media, that really shifted a lot of things in me. Yes, though I had the skill, yes, I had the passion, but it gave me discipline and excellence and more exposure. Discipline, excellence, and more exposure. Those three things, when I joined Light Nation Media, it gave me that. Because I know how it is before. Sometimes just a break in network is a normal thing, we don't feel. But we know it's something that we must pay attention to, that it should never happen again. Do you understand? And let me say this. As a media professional, we must understand that I just want to beg you. I just want to say this, that we should pay attention, especially at a starting phase. Pay attention to more of volunteering work. Pay attention to more of volunteering jobs. Many media professionals, yes, I understand. See, I know I can get dragged for this, and I don't mind. But I'm going to say this emphatically. I understand that you want to make money, but sometimes you have to just stop chasing the money and get the skill, get the experience. Because I can tell you over time, if you can pay attention to you getting skill, getting experience, those experience over time, you will get even much more. You will get the value even much more. You will get the value even much more. I mean, I can tell you, I'm a testimony of this. Because I belong to an organization, because I joined Light Nation, which is a church. I joined Light Nation and I belong to the media department. I can tell you that what I am today in the media space is as a result that I gave myself, I gave my heart, I gave my time, I gave my life to media when it comes to my local assembly. I can tell you that majority of the skills that I have, in fact, including the leadership skills that I have, I got the training from my local assembly. Now, many of us as a media professionals, we don't have anyone we are volunteering for, we don't have anyone we are connected to, we don't have anyone that we are working for, we don't have anyone. All we want is just to make money out of it. Yes, it's good, but I can tell you that you are not building on the rock. You are not building a solid foundation. Because, see, let me tell you one of the blessings. Although that blessing will stop at any point in time, one of the blessings of you finding a place to volunteer is that you can make mistakes. For example, now, when I started in the church, in my local assembly, I can tell you that there were some mistakes that I could make and I could not be penalized for it. And that really helped me over time to learn and even get better. Do you understand? And that gave me leverage. And now that I even work for myself, I do a lot of things by myself. I can comfortably organize. I can comfortably take care of certain, assignments in the media space, because over time I've made the mistake and I've learned how to avoid those mistakes. Do you understand? See, you joining, especially a local assembly, a church, an NGO, or just a place to volunteer is an advantage for you. In case you don't know, you are not wasting your time. It's a major advantage for you, and you have to pay attention to it. You really have to pay attention to it. Look for someone you can volunteer for. The person can teach you. I could remember when I started as a graphic designer. I just went to volunteer during my IT time, and that was it. That was it. Now videography, I learned it in church. I learned videography in church. Video editing, I learned it in church and by myself. But I learned it in church. Live streaming, 100% I learned it in church. And I can tell you, no jokes. The kind of payback that I've gotten because I gave my time and everything, it's not something that I mean, it's something that somebody will sweat over for years to get. I know what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying. Every of these things, mention it. Mention it. Lightning that I can do. Sound. I learned it in church. So I can tell you that there's an advantage that you are depriving yourself of if you don't volunteer, if you don't give yourself to certain assignments. Certain assignments. Certain assignments. The mastery that I have currently in certain aspects is as a result of, giving myself consistently. Like consistently. And in those years, made mistake, corrected myself, and over time, God improved. That I had to just create Oxano Hub, and now we have Oxano Media Academy that is going to cater for the training part. Oxano Hub encapsulates everything that has to do with what I do, and that's actually in 3 phases. Which the 3rd phase is still coming with time. We're still coming with time. All right. So another thing that I've noticed that are major mistakes that we make as a media professional is that we don't think long term. Many of us, the way we even work with our clients sometimes, many of you just want to do just one job and just leave. Yeah, I understand that there can be some clients over time that, you just have to get out. But I can tell you that you don't really have to burn the bridge. You understand that just because they are not paying you well now, and I'm not saying you should stay there, but there's a way you can go around, there's a way around this whereby you can do that even more better. Then another mistake that I've noticed that we make as media professionals is that many of us don't even know our value. We don't know our value. Let me share an experience with you. Okay, this year I was so in search for a job. Yeah, I needed something like a 9 to 5 that can give me some certain experience, and I needed it. And I got an offer. In fact, the CEO liked me, said, "Oh, I like this guy. So, as I got the job, I noticed that the CEO was trying to, when there's a way you can employ people and try to woo them, be giving them one kind, and be telling them that I have a plan for you, I have this for you. I know many of us have experienced it. I have a plan for you, blah blah blah, blah blah. On top how much? If I tell you the amount, you'll be shocked. A very ridiculous amount. But something happened. I did the job for 2 weeks. And after 2 weeks, I sat down and I told myself, I said, as much as something coming in is better than nothing coming in, but this something that is coming in is going to take my time, is going to take my life. I go to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and even those Thursday, Friday, I still may not even have time for myself because I will have to come up to content and make sure I post and everything and the likes. But it was once after 1 week the second week that I went like this, I just told myself, I just told the man, I said, "Sir, I'm in the probation season, but if you are not going to increase my salary, I'm not coming again." But thank God I did. Even though people around me, they didn't understand. Some even thought I was lazy. I didn't know what I was doing. They thought I didn't want to work. But deep inside of me, I know my value. I know my worth. I know what I'm capable of. I know it. This is not something. See, if anybody even come in and tell me that you forget, I can't believe, because I know my worth. I know what I can do. I know how I can manage a media space effectively. I know this thing. I know what I know. You can't take that away from me. So this amount with what I know and my value is they are not the same now. And I left. When people started talking blah blah blah, I said okay, no problem. Few weeks, maybe like a week after. It's not even a week after, maybe like the following week, I got a gig that even paid me more than the salary. That did not end there. I think following week again, I got another one that even paid me like maybe like a year of that salary. And up till now, I'm grateful to God that I left the job, because if I didn't leave, I would have lost a lot of offers. I mean, a whole lot of offers would have been gone. Because, or maybe I would have even left safe, would have even fought, because some days I will have to quickly go and do some gig that are even paying more, and if it does not allow me to go, there will be a problem. There will be a problem now. In fact, funny enough, something even happened, and it didn't even happen. It was right in the office that I seated. They gave me one chair then. It was right in that office that I seated, and they gave me this. I was doing the work right there. I think I made close to 70% of the money just sitting down in that office. I make some for myself. For myself. Like somebody just reached out, oh, we need to do this logo design. Oh, we want to do this vector, this thing. I said, okay, fine, no problem, send it over. I did it. Made the money. So you have to know your worth. You have to know how much people can pay to have you. And you have to be intentional about it. You really have to. One of the biggest clients, the biggest gig I was able to close this year was due to the fact that I know my worth. I stood on it. I said, oh, this is the amount I'm going to collect. Without that, let's just close the deal. Let's forget about the deal. And they came and we got the job done. And they loved the work. Because I know my worth. Then I'm going to combine this together. Another thing I've noticed media guys or media professionals do, mistake that they make, is that they lack confidence in delivery, and they don't make noise about their work. See, nobody will carry your matter upon your head except yourself. There is one of my dear brother that is coming up with an event, a powerful event, and I see the way he posts. This man posts every minute. He posts every minute. So if you don't carry your matter on top of your head, nobody will carry it on top of their head. Let me just leave it there. Alright, so I'm going to be talking also about the common mistake. Let me look check out now. Check. Alright, so very quickly, I'm going to be sharing mistake that media leaders also make, and how they can do better. How we can do better. One of the mistakes that I've discovered that media leaders they make is that they don't communicate the vision, or the spirit of, let me call it the vision. You don't communicate the vision of the work, the assignment, the organization effectively to their members. And one of the things you have to do if you want to get a solid and a very good if you want to get a very good output from your media team, is to make sure that you relate the vision, you let them know the vision, you communicate the vision to them effectively. You communicate the vision to them effectively, and you must learn how to over time build them, correct them. Oh, this is what you have to do. This is what you have to do. This is what you have to do. Then another thing that I've noticed that media leaders, the mistake they make is that they pay attention more to the work than the people. I can tell you that majority of people that I work with me, because I have a team that I'm leading, and majority of them that I work with, they know that over time, I don't just want to be reaching out to you because I want you to get something done. But sometimes, just this last week, there's this guy that works for me. That works under me rather. And this guy, I just noticed that he was off the radar for some time. So I chatted him. I said, "What's going on? Are you fine?" That's just a way of you communicating that you just don't want them to do their stuff. You are not just after their talent or their skill. You are also after their life. And your team members will commit more to you when you pay attention to that, or when you do that more to the people than the skills that they offer. Let's hear them. 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 And to the people they are also hearing also, you to be consistent, do good, be consistent, deliver consistently. Deliver consistently. I know understand the vision. So learn to communicate the vision to them effectively. Because it is by that vision to be able to run, and it is by that vision that they'll be able to build anything they are building on. Communicate the vision to them clearly. Let them understand. Let them understand. Let them understand. Pay attention to the fact that they need to get trained. They need to get trained. They need to get trained. Train them. Use every means, every medium to train them. It is very key. It is very important. It is very key. It's very important. Very important. Very important. And another mistake that we make, I've been working with for at least for the past 2 years consistently. And if anybody calls me, in fact, some of the times I receive calls from my superiors, and they will call me and say, "Oh, we need to do this, we need to do this. Who do we give it to?" And I'll tell them, "Oh, give it to this person, because I know this is the strength of this person. This is what the person can do." So understand your people's strength, understand their dynamics, understand where their strength is. As much as you are not boxing them in that point, let them also understand that you have to stretch them. Let them be stretched, stretch them. But when it comes to the focus more to the area of strength. To the area of strength. Alright, so as we continue, I know, just if you have any questions that you've been wanting to ask, if you see that I'm not, so that you can know that this is just let me see, the first session of the media mastery experience. We still have other sessions coming up, but this is just majorly generally to everybody, so that we can have a mind shift to everyone. And as time goes on, we'll be able to dive specifically into the various. So if you have questions, you can drop them. There will be a link that will be released now by the admin. You can drop your questions there. Okay, so just drop the question. Let's see. I may not be able to answer the rest of the questions today, but I will surely come back online, gather the questions together, and also come and speak about it, because I know that many of us will have a lot of questions to ask, which I'm ready to even give answers to. That's a free consultation I'm doing for everyone, even though people pay for it, but I'm going to do it for free for this class. Another thing I want to say, that the mistakes that media leaders make is that many of the times we don't make our people realize that the fall of one is the fall of others. The failure of one is failure of others. That because a department or a subunit is doing so well does not mean it's not affecting the others. Of course, it's affecting the others. So you have to find a way of letting them know that teamwork is key. Everyone doing their parts effectively will bring about the solid result and the expected result. The expected result. The expected result. So, and I want you to understand that. I want you to really understand that. That media is really sweet, but it's more sweeter. I tell you, if you can pay attention to all the things I've shared, all the things that I've said, pay attention to the mind shift, pay attention to more exposure, yes, pay attention to mentorship, pay attention to training. Specifically media leaders. I'm going to teach you how you can get results done. I mean, over time, there is something I've mastered and consistently I've done that over time, and is that I know how to get my results. So I'm going to, come up with a structure whereby I'm going to train leaders, media leaders, mastering media. Whatever that we are doing will not hold the test of time. Yes, we know the test of time. So let's pay attention to that. If you have been blessed with this session, let me know how you are blessed. Be specific. Let us know. I want to know how blessed you are with this session. Yes, I'm waiting for your response. I'm waiting for your response. And it's going to really help we media professionals. And it is how that learn to always plan. Now in media, I strongly believe that 90% of the tasks, or let me say 70% of the tasks that we carry out in media is already done from the point of execution. 70% of the assignment is done from the point of execution, because you already know the outcome. You already have a picture for the outcome. You already you know the exact way you want to go. You know the exact thing you want to say. You know the exact shot you want to take. You know the exact design, the concept you want to come up with. And I want to that's why I want to say this, and I want to urge every media professional and every media team. Learn to create a mood board. Learn to plan ahead. Plan. In fact, if it will have to take you to look for videos, more videos to look into, more trainings, if you have to like get some things just for you to have a smooth execution and a successful one. Don't just go to the field, don't just go to the gig, don't just go to the work without any expectation, without anything in your mind, without any picture in your mind. Always put a picture, always know what you want to achieve. Same way a soldier cannot go to war and be training, you to train yourself before you go. That's your home war, that's your war field, that's your battlefield. So learn to plan ahead, learn to create, learn to have a picture, a mental idea. We in our local, in my church, we call it a mood board. Always create a mood board. Mood board. Always create a mood board. That will really help you a lot in your execution. It will make you much more disciplined and also make your work even faster and easier. Faster and easier. Do you understand? So learn to always have a planned schedule ahead of your execution, and don't just carry it alone. Let your team members also be aware. That will really make your work more effective and solid. More effective and solid. More effective and solid. All right. So I want to drop in your comment section the questions, and the admin will collate them together, and I'll create another session to answer them all. And also, okay, because today is my birthday actually. Today is my birthday. I'm going to be doing this just for 5 people. I'm going to be giving free consultations to 5 people. So reach out to the admin, your name, your phone number, probably your WhatsApp, and you will be, once you qualify, you will be added to the group. And I just want to mentor and even like have a free consultation to those 5 people. Just 5 people. After this, we're going to set up a different and a more I'm going to be more raw and open, and in fact I can even go more deep. I will go more deep. So just 5 people. So reach out to the admin. Possibly the admin will drop the link for you to reach out, and from there we'll take it up. All right. I'm very sure you've been stretched, you'll be enlightened with this session. And just subscribe to the YouTube channel and expect more notifications, expect more. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, and let's do something. Let's build something together. I see, the truth of the matter is I just feel like many of us, we have a lot of questions to ask, and that is why I am saying that you should drop it in the link. Like the link has been sent, drop the questions there. We'll attend to it. That's why we are here. All right, thank you so much, guys. Thank you much, everybody, for joining the Media Mastery Experience 1.0. Thank you for joining. I've said a lot of things. Pay attention to them. I just sense I just say this to someone. Yes, currently your media passion or your media work may not be paying you now, or may not be putting food on your table self. Let me just say this, that I know there are some that currently your passion is for media, and yet that media is still yet to put food on your table. I'm just going to give you this advice. Don't kill the passion, but you can still get a job. Learn skills. Let me just say that. So thank you so much, guys, for joining tonight's session. Thank you so much. We hope to see you some other time. Thank you so much. Thank you. You can do well to reach out to us through any of my personal page, and I want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also follow us on Instagram at Oxano Academy, Oxano Media Academy, and also Oxano Hub. You can follow us on Instagram to get more updates about the coming trainings, and most especially about the question and answer session. I'm going to do that, trust me. I'm going to do that in the next few days. Yes, I promise. I'll do that. I'll do it. So just come with your questions and let's get to it. I love you guys so much. Do well to send us. Do you understand? Alright, thank you so much, guys. Thank you. See you some other time. Bye bye.